Not gonna lie, this feels this feels a little awkward. A little awkward after, you know, being MIA. But hello everybody. Welcome back. If you guys are new here, which I kind of counted out, but hey, welcome. My name is Timeless Bunny, or that is the name that I go by for this channel, and I usually do like ASMR narratives. I call them narratives. Uh, where we pretty much sit down, start conversations. Well, not necessarily start conversations. That's what I want to do, honestly. To be, so yeah, but I create fantasy esque scenarios and attempt to make them calming and pleasing to the ASMR tingly brains. Usually it's just my voice. I'm just playing through different scenarios and all that good jazz. Um, Usually I'm just playing different characters. But today is just me. It is just the entity, the voice behind all of the characters. And I would just like to say hello again. I know on my channel, if I haven't unlisted it, I think I did. It's a video that's just introducing myself, talking about my life and all these other things. So you can get to know me. And this is pretty much gonna be that all over again. um, this isn't gonna be edited. I'm gonna try to keep it what uh 20 minutes. I think 20 minutes is a long enough time. So, but first, hello. It's been 2 years. How are you guys? Are you guys doing well? Are you guys excited for the new year? What have you guys been doing? All this other jazz. Like, I would love to hear about it. And just, if you are willing to share anything, then please leave it down in the comments and I will absolutely read it. Is the comment section is pretty much my favorite spot because you get all of these different and great people sharing their different views, their experiences, and all that fun stuff. And it's just, oh man. So yeah, if you have anything you'd like to share about what's been going on the past past 2 or 3 years that I've taken this extended break. I mean, don't hesitate. I will be down in the comments with you. All right. Uh, I guess we'll start with me, as in person. I don't know, but hello again. I am Timeless Bunny. Uh, and ASMR narratives. I already said that. Well, I've been gone for the past 2 or 3 years. My last ASMR video was 3 years ago. That's crazy. But during those 3 years, it's been kind of a a roller coaster ride if it had one of those pull down doohickeys that was kind of secure. You didn't trust it all the way, but it's held you in place for a good little bit. So you're not really questioning if it'll break anymore. That's been my life. um, for starters, like I'm 25 now. That's crazy. Um, I still think 2015 was like last year and not 15 years ago. Yeah. So, with turning 25, like about to turn 26, crazy. There have been a lot of things that have come up for me that I've started doing, and things that have kind of just brought me a level of insecurity. Um, and that first thing is like my career path, because for a long time, well, after graduating high school, I decided that I wanted to take a break, and I took about a semester off, and that was mainly to figure out what I wanted to do in life because I didn't know at the time. It's just like throughout elementary school and middle school, I've always was just like, I want to do everything, but I don't know how to do everything. And it's crazy that society makes you or forces you to pick this one path is is specifically what I thought back then. So I had spent that semester really thinking, and then after that semester was over, I went to a technical college to try to be a radiology tech. I think that's the correct term. And with that, with, I would have mainly been working with MRI machines, etc., etc. So, um, no, that was before this. So I was fine, I guess. It wasn't a passion. It wasn't something that I really wanted to do. It was just something that I knew would make money. And I'm that type of person where if I don't like something, I will not put my all into it. And you can kind of see where this is. You can kind of see where this is going. I didn't. I changed majors real quick. Um, After that, I was pretty big into coding. I wanted to understand computer language, and I still do, honestly. Um, and this was still at that technical college. They did have coding courses, etc., and I did get a certificate in Java programming, which is awesome. And I learned how to do Java and C Sharp and SQL databasing and HTML and CSS and all this other cool stuff. But it's at the same time, it was like I was very concerned with putting my foot in the door, getting my foot in the door, because you need practical experience, especially when it comes to coding and everything like that. And while there were plenty of job opportunities, a lot of the interviewers and all this other stuff, it was kind of like an exam at the same time. And I was just not confident in in my ability to program. So uh, I had to reassess that. It's like I can only blame a certain amount of it on the technical college, to be completely fair. They didn't actually offer in person classes, they had online classes. And that is the moment where I realized I kind of just need the structure of a in-person class. I feel like having a visible instructor really keeps me accountable. Knowing the students I'm working with too, knowing that they're also going through this too, helps me stay accountable. And if it sounds ridiculous to use other people as a way to keep yourself accountable, or a way to keep myself accountable, but it helps a lot just to know that I'm not going through this alone. So yeah, I think the coding is where I want to say, yeah. When I started coding is where the channel really like started taking off. I really started doing the ASMRs, and because I was big into it at the time, and like I was really inspired by other people I was watching, and I was like, huh, I want to add to this too. So that was fun. Um, this may have been going. This may have been the point where I had stopped. This next part I'm about to say, by the way, is maybe the point where I had like completely stopped making ASMR videos. But when I knew that coding wasn't gonna be for me, or that I wanted to be more confident in coding, I decided to switch gears and figure out something else I wanted to do. And hearing it, like hearing me speak about it now, is kind of like, dang, so much time wasted. But I went to a different school. I went to a 2-year school, and uh, went in for art, studio art. And if they said that they had it, but it felt like I was the only person who was actually majoring in it, which was the funny thing. But it had all worked out. But the most important part is during this time, I began as a work study student at their library. And that is when I was like, hey, yes, this is something that I like doing. Because like you guys don't really like get to know me, so you guys don't know that like I really like reading. Like I'm an avid reader. I would get another bookshelf, but I currently can't. I have limited space. But yes, I still buy the occasional book or two. But yeah, I liked doing I liked working as a library assistant. And while I was going to that 2-year school trying to figure everything out, I was talking to one of my coworkers who were all older than me by by a good 10 years. But or less than 10 years, within the 10-year span. At this time I was like, I want to say 22. 22, yes. And I had already felt some insecurities because like around this time, a lot of the people who I went to school with were already graduating college and all this other stuff, and I was lagging behind. That's never a good feeling to have. So I am so grateful to have a workspace that allows me to express these things. Um, I could I could talk to my boss about this. I could talk to my coworkers about this. My coworker, uh, my ex coworker, she eventually found a better paying job, and we still see each other. But you know, I miss her. But she's the one who gave me the idea of finishing the 2 year school and then going to a 4 year school and eventually going into a master's in library sciences. And the coolest thing is that with my art degree, I could do that. It just it would have just had to be like picking out which art program best suited my needs at the time because uh I wanted to be an artist, but I have a complicated relationship with my art, and I feel like I'm not an actual art. I feel like a fraud pretty much. I don't have all of the great techniques. I don't have I'm not good at it. And I hate to be this type of person, but like especially when I was a kid, it was just like if I'm not good at it, if I'm not the best at it, then what is the point? Um and it's been hard to change that mindset, you know? So like yeah, I'm not good at it, but I can get better at it. And I love learning, so that's always aligned well with me. But with art, there's just something where I feel so deeply insecure about it. It's just like, man, I see all these other amazing artists, and I'm like, why am I here? I am nothing. I am trash compared to them. My ideas are not great compared to them. All of these other things. So I knew that I needed something to shake. That something else needed to happen. And so it did, I guess. I got the great idea. I graduated from the 2 year. Um, it's crazy to say last May now, but like May 2024. And then right after that, I jumped into the 4 year. So I'm currently a junior and I'm working in museum studies. And what I've learned about museum studies so far is that I absolutely love it. I love this. It's like, I love fantasy, so it's like being the record keeper, like the keeper of records, you know? There's so much magical power in my little brain in that my little pea brain gives like library work and museum work that is just like I am all powerful because I it's hilarious when you think about it, when I think about it, but like is I like keeping records is is what I is the gist of it. This is going to be longer than 20 minutes. I guess that's what happens when you have like 3 years to tell about. So that's currently where I am. Uh, I am a junior at a 4 year college doing museum studies right now, working as a library assistant to become a full on librarian. Or if I don't want to do librarians thing anymore, I can just do museum studies. Or I recently figured out there's a whole nother archivist thing, and I want to try, like, and the museum studies thing kind of goes with it, and I'm like, so many possibilities. And I'm like, wow, all of the experiences that I gained in the past have somehow made their way here, and that helps. But at the same time, uh, it's weird and it feels almost shameful to be 25 and still in college. You know? Like, it feels like I should have already started my life. And it's like I have all the bits and the bobs and all this other things, all these other little things, but they aren't building up to the big thing yet. And it is discouraging. Like, being 25 in a room of 20-year-olds learning about the exact same thing, it uh it sometimes I have to, like, mentally check on myself and be like, hey, are you okay? Like, seeing other people that I went to school with just excel, move out. Like, I still haven't moved out yet. And that's something I've been dying to do. Move out. I want to move out. I want to get on. But it's like, I don't have the things to do that yet. And I know it's gonna come, but if, like, man, it's just dragging on. I'm like, okay, all right, this was fine for a little bit, but, like, I wanna move on now. Can we do something different, please? So soon I'm gonna be doing. I only have 2 years of this. It's not like I'm restarting. Oh, I have to do the whole 4 years all over again. No, it's just 2 years. I'll have my museum studies degree, and then I can hopefully find a job that pays more and, like, start a career, because that's one thing about my job. I absolutely love my job. I love the people I work with. I love the work that I do. I I love it. I absolutely love it. My coworkers are amazing. But the job itself does not pay well. Especially when you factor in that at first I was working work study, then part-time, and I'm currently still working part-time while going to school full-time. It's it doesn't pay a lot. And nowadays there's a real big problem with schools cutting the funding for libraries in order to do other things, in order to place it somewhere else, like, for example, the football team. That's the biggest problem that's the biggest problem with my workplace, at least. They cut the they cut the funding, especially from places like the library, and they insert that into, like, football teams or other things, or, you know. And it's kind of just like, well, we don't have the funds to hire another full-time worker. Or I mean, there's this one camera that is just, we've been begging for them to get fixed because it's situated in a nook in the library, and it's like impossible to check up there. unless you walk up there because you don't have a camera. So it's like a place where students can easily hide from cameras and stuff like that. And it's just like we kind of need that fixed, but it's been messed up for the last 2 years. Um, I'm trying to figure out if there's any. Oh, I got a dog. I got a baby girl. Um, this is about to be the third year. I got her in 2023, the year my car broke down. Currently saving for that because my car did break down in 2023. Uh, broke down, I think the beginning of 2023 and or the end of 2022. I didn't hear anything substantial back until June of 2023, where they basically told me, "Hey, you might want to consider buying a new car because getting your car fixed is uh it's not worth it." Basically, I think how they explained it is the value of getting it fixed is not going to be equal to the value you paid for it. And that was a sign right there. I was like, oh. And then after I would have got it fixed, it would have been like transmission issues that I needed to look at and all this other stuff. So it's like, oh, okay. So, while I was thinking it was just a small problem, not a big deal, I got a puppy. Her name is Shippo, and like after Inuyasha, Shippo, the cute little fox demon, because she looks absolutely just like a fox. And she is the cutest thing in the world. She is noisy. She loves to bark. She loves to make noise. I am surprised. There she goes. I am very much surprised that she is keeping her cool right now. She's been fussing at me all morning. Oh, that was my phone. Uh, she's also telling me to wrap this up because she's looking at something. But yeah, I got a pup. Um, for you guys who have been here for a long time, you may have you may remember Sue, my my son, my bunny, my baby. Uh and I just never said anything, but Sue did pass away in 2020. No, not 2020. 2016. Yeah. He did pass away. No, not 2016. I don't it's in between 2020 and 2016, okay? But it's not something that I like to remember, and I'm just terrible with dates anyway, but he did pass. Then don't to this day I still don't know what actually happened, but I think it had something to do with the GI tract, and yeah, he had seizures and all that stuff, and he finally just went to rest. But yeah, I don't want to make this video longer or any longer. And yeah, I just wanted to pop in, tell you guys how I was doing, ask how you guys were doing. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. I don't think it'll be narratives anymore. unless like I really find like a thing that I want to do and therefore do a narrative for that. But the narratives themselves just, I don't know, I haven't really been into them. They haven't really been a passion of mine since I quit, to be completely honest. So I do want to try newer things, but this channel at least will stay being me just talking into a camera. Not a camera, a microphone. Me just talking into a microphone. I do want to create a second channel where I do explore like the librarian type stuff, my daily life, all of my little crochet things, crochet projects, all of my little TBRs, all that type of stuff. I think that'll be a fun thing to do. Um, School life, especially as a 25-year-old. But that is not going to be on this channel. I mainly want to use this channel as more of a sit down, talk with me, grab your headphones. There's nothing playing, there's only just a singular voice. Let's have a conversation. I think that would be incredible. I think that would be an incredible thing to do. So yeah, this is what this channel is going to be. And I think it'll also help sorry. I think it'll also help us unwind together. Say if I do these like every week. Say I tell you guys, I write notes, tell you guys what happened, the most eventful things or whatnot. Granted, my life is boring right now. I am an introvert. I don't like going outside and doing things, but I have been making an effort. So yeah, like, oh, in May I'm going camping again. I went camping before, like last November, 2024 November. That was fun. Shippo loved it. She is the best girl. She's so adventurous, but her adventurous spirit greatly outweighs my stamina. It greatly outweighs my stamina. But yeah, this is more than 30 minutes of me just talking. So I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. I've missed you guys. And let's chat again soon.